Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Patreon podcast DVD Extras. So this is a pretty special video in that it's going to be posted exactly a decade tomorrow, exactly a decade after when I started the YouTube channel. So filming this and editing this has been a real trip down memory lane and a reminder that I've been making videos for the internet for a pretty long time. And this video, Daisy, was the first music video I put on the internet, on this channel. And it's really weird. Probably one of the weirdest videos on my channel. This is before I had like a solo project or put things out just under my name, and this was a weird kind of jokey Primus imitation band with my friend Jonathan and my friends Jonathan and Ryan. And unfortunately neither of them could make it, so I just had to get that shot in the field. And this is the first video that really started my solo project. There's my teenage self in the bottom right. And I wanted to do, I kind of got frustrated with bands, and I was still trying to get my music out on the internet at the time, but I was just way more obsessive about the internet and music than anyone else that I knew. So I decided in January of 2008 to start a solo project, and that's been, where the rest of the videos are. So this goes, pretty far back in 2007, being that I wasn't releasing stuff under my name, and I had the worst YouTube channel name ever. If you can still see the URL if you just find the main channel name. Is Rob S70986987. It's the worst username ever, and it's just laughably bad. And thankfully, sometime around this era, I guess, I got in contact with YouTube at VidCon in person. I talked to the people that ran analytics. I met Andy Stack, actually, who was like the main person on the analytics team right when it started. So he's responsible for all of YouTube analytics. If you have a YouTube channel yourself, all those numbers and graphs that you see, that was made by Andy Stack. And I happened to meet him around that time. And when we were just joking about how awful my username was, he was able to go into the system and give me a new one, which is not something he was allowed to do. But they really helped me out. Him and his team let me do that. And some of these recreations, geez, we're already so far in the future now for just my yapping. It's been fun to go down memory lane with these. So this one, the old laundry room is no longer there. That house was torn down, and this is the new one. And our friend Dylan, who is mad at me. We thought this would be funny, like just laughing at the ridiculousness of playing in a laundry room. So you can see that the first videos were pretty much only just playing instruments. There was no talking, and that back in those days, I was in school or had another job, and so there weren't a lot of videos. And then here's when things start. The last few years, the most popular videos are, of course, like the covers. So the next three. And then Raining Blood was still my biggest video, and really got my channel out to a whole lot of people. I bet a lot of you probably found my channel from that time of Raining Blood, doing really, really well. And then this one, then the two next ones are Metallica. Those are the most popular time of the year for the channel the last 2 years. I don't know if I'm gonna do it this year or not. Literally with that one video, I've covered all of their songs. Well, I guess except for their new album. And I just don't know if just doing their new album would really be worth it. I don't know. I have to figure out if this is kind of funny. If I'm going to be doing Metallica again this year. And then it ends with, there hasn't been too much to the year. So this is actually the most popular video of the year currently, is Gas Mask Catalog. Though I'm sure some other stuff will pass it up pretty soon. As the originals have a good audience, but they're not ones that grow in a quote unquote viral way. Like a new song from a new artist that you've never heard of isn't something that you just immediately click on, rather than other stuff. So once I started doing covers, in those years, those are the more popular ones. And here I get sappy. Just being real, that it's been a pretty incredible last 10 years, and it's gone by quickly. But I don't need to just reiterate what's in that video. So all of this video was shot in one day. So it was a pretty hectic day yesterday, because I had this idea. The original idea was I was just going to recreate the Daisy video, the very first music video I ever posted on here, but that wouldn't have been as entertaining, and I came up with it not last night, but the night before, and then I just started planning and started re-recording, and this is another one of those situations where this video has just been my life for the last, day and a half, essentially, and it's going to be for the rest of the day, because there's still a lot of stuff I need to do with the video before it can go up on YouTube. And yeah, so 2 nights ago, that night at like 8 o'clock, I had this idea. It's like, oh, I got to do this. So stayed up late scheduling, getting everything up, re-recorded the songs, and then just spent all last day filming, and then early this morning editing all this together to work. And now I just finished right before starting to record this. So yeah, here's the video. Thanks so much for being a patron, not Patreon. That is the website. And thanks so much for sticking with me. I'm very, very tired. Thanks for 10 years. If you have been around that long, it's awesome. Or just if you came up to Patreon yesterday, I really appreciate all the support. And as soon as this video is done with everything else, I am going straight to sleep. All right, have a good one.